Alright, what's up guys? So, sports gaming online. It's funny how I was looking up, I think it was either, no, I think it was a couple of days ago. It was a couple of days ago where I had looked up to see if there was any, videos or something about the boxing club game coming out. Because I'm like, hey, yeah, I wanna play this. Like, I was playing a little bit of Fight Night Champions. And, yeah, it's just, for old time's sake. Because I'm like, I haven't played that game in so long. But anyways, yeah, I was like that game, man. I'm telling you, Fight Night back in the day, bruh. Fight Night used to slap. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to Sports Gamers Online for more videos like this. And then that being said, make sure everything is good. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. Got some more eSports Boxing Club goodness for you guys. Fresh off the presses at E3, and they show some gameplay. Developers talk a little about the gameplay and the features. A lot of things we've already seen before. We already featured on the channel, but we do have some new things that they sneak in there, as well as release date and around the area of that. So let's get right into the trailer. Then afterwards, I'll get into a breakdown with you guys.
The first women's division ever represented in a video game, and the hottest new talent. But what about the game? Let's take a closer look at the next-gen visuals and gameplay that are set to make ESBC the greatest of all time.
And this is coming out on console too. I'm like, dang,
grandkids and stuff to see.
Can't wait for
granddad
this.
was in the game and busting people up, so it's going to be quite cool.
Ooh, dang.
So the movement
His
system
eye
in
was,
ESBC
dang, that's
is all
crazy.
about fluidity, being able to create angles, recreating mannerisms from boxes. The physics system doesn't just rely on animation. This allows us to recreate realistic knockdowns. Even when a fighter's unsteady on their feet, it's not purely animation based. Now we've had professional boxers, professional coaches come into the studio and provide input through motion capture and actually reviewing the game during its development. And now we really feel like we've created a true representation of the sport. Presentation is important to us. Just because we are in the studio, we're still going to aim high when it comes.
I was wondering, because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, dang, they sure did have like a lot of names, like, and so they might not even have it where it's like you could create a boxer. But I'm like, in a game like this, I feel like they should have it. So I was like, yeah, because that would be messed up. It's like you got like, a game like this, and like you can't create a boxer, but
it's to production values.
eSports Boxing Club coming to PC and all major consoles with early access in 2021.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so let's take a look.
Oh, so dang, it might, man. So the early access might come, yeah, it'll come out on PC. So dang, bro, that'll be the only way I'll be able to play that. Dang, man. And then, cause yeah, I'm like, then on console it might come out like next year. So well, let's just see. Let's see.
At the trailer, there was some things in there that we haven't seen before, and a lot of things that we already have. We know that this is the face scans, and this is how they do a full body scan. It's similar to what NBA 2K does. Madden does the face scans and just kind of builds it using the like body builds or melds that they have. And they just do the face, but like 2K, they're doing the full body scan, and that's how they got some motion in there. And then you can see how the face scan looks once they kind of import
that 2K face scan thing is horrible, because I scanned my face, and I mean, I still got my videos up from when I played that game, but yeah, they had me. I did not look like me. I don't know. It was like I look like a blend between Pooh Shiesty and Tupac, and it wasn't looking good, bro. It wasn't.
But then they put that onto a model and shape, and you can kind of see the detail, and that looks really, really good. And you can see on this one the lighting effects that they have, kind of bouncing off the skin there, and you can see the shadow. It's just probably one of the most detailed models.
2K, they have it where it's like some Leatherface type stuff.
In game
just cut the face out and just slap
there
it
on the back of the head a little bit, but once that's zoomed out, you're playing the game, you're not pretty much going to see that. Next one, they see Josh Taylor, Arturo Gotti in a clinch there. one thing people haven't talked about a lot is the backgrounds, because you just can't have the guys in the ring,
good.
right? You got to have some background guys. See the cameraman, the guy in the corner, got another guy watching there, and just how that looks as well. On to the next one, they're showing the guys in the quarter in between rounds. You can see round one recovery. Interesting to see, is there any type of mini game they're gonna have associated with this? That do you do anything, tap any buttons or whatever it is in between rounds to recover your fighter quicker? You see, then you see another one kind of got the cut there.
Dang, that's crazy, man.
A cut in the nose. I think that could be a little bit better, but all this is a work in progress. So I think is what they're showing so far.
Man, that eye look all messed up.
In the eyes, man. That's one of the toughest things for games to get down really well is the eyes, reflection in the eyes. We've done a good job so far. So moving on to movement in the gameplay, and this is this one we've already seen previously. And you can see the good movement of the fighters. We've already seen this in the previous gameplay trailer that they had. But also you have to remember that there is another gameplay trailer coming. This isn't. I don't believe this is the main one. They're still working on one that's going to come in.
Just showing us the progress.
See more
cool.
Gameplay. You kind of see the little duck there, and then they did it so quickly. They flashed in Joe Frazier in there. Looks really good. And one thing I really like, and people haven't talked about a lot, is getting the skin tones right. Because a lot of times games don't get those skin tones right, and a guy just looks too light and pale, or too dark, or too ashy.
Yeah, because I remember which one. Yeah, I think it was Madden NFL 25. There was like that 25th anniversary Madden that they came out with. All the white people looked alike. All the black people look alike. Like Russell Wilson had looked like Marshawn Lynch, but just Marshawn Lynch had his dreads, and then Marshawn Lynch looked like who were some other, like I said, all the black players looked alike, and then all the white players looked alike, and I'm like, bruh, you guys, y'all should have, because there's players, like I'm saying, that you can look at Wilson and Lynch and see, okay, one's darker than the other, but yeah, it's I just think games at times, it's like I don't think y'all was paying attention to, like, people are actually going to be looking at that stuff. But anyways.
And I see some games where they don't get the skin tones right, but they're doing a really good job. And you can see the differences in the skin tones between guys.
Yeah, it's
in
good.
real life, there's millions of shades of skin tones that people have. So they're talking about the physics of the gameplay. We do see this is new here. We haven't seen this before. Joe Joyce and Johnny Nelson. And he's kind of looking like he's a little wobbled a little bit. Like he's taking a mean shot. His legs is a little weak there. Then you see the hook.
Look at the ref.
Joe Frazier.
That ref's all that referee, he's like, oh nah. Dang, his whole
it's
body
like a little
folded.
ragdoll effect, and people love the ragdoll. I mean, if it's done right, it's good. But I've seen so many times where it's not done right, and you actually see a bad. Always don't look good, but you see a kind of a bad example of one of them. That one looked nice. He just goes straight back to the canvas. But there was one where, he kind of like droops on the ropes, and his arm looks a little twisted and weird. That one looked a little janky. But, there's stuff like that. This is alpha footage, so they can work all that stuff out. But that's the only one that looked a little janky, but all the other ones looked really good. Another one where the guy's just floored. And his leg bends, the right leg bends back. Ooh, that's tough. But that's really cool if they can nail those knockout animations. Dude's does like a walk-off knockout. He drops him and just walks off. Looks good. So on to the realistic combat gameplay. This is one we've seen similar this footage before, but it looks good. You can see the size of the fighters. Eddie Hall's massive. Got his tattoos all accurate.
Like he don't know how to block.
Yeah, it's interesting how they're gonna do the skill level of the boxers. Somebody like Eddie Hall, who's not an accomplished boxer, does he have top punching power, but poor footwork or a poor chin, or how they're gonna rate them? It's gonna be interesting to see as we go on. But definitely, you can see between these two boxers here, they definitely have their own style and stances. And it's just very different. I love how they move around the ring, and this is something new here. They flashed this Arturo Gatti, Mickey Ward exchange here. That's something new. Big swinging left hook there that misses. He's able to dunk underneath and counter punch. I love this Joe Frazier one coming out. To see all the detail in his face, and even did a good job. And his corner man of security behind him. Got his the corner man or the security guy got some tattoos on his neck. See that mean grimace on his look
It is
and how
pretty
the
like
sweat. It's
good
not even
graphics.
how the light reflects off the sweat. How all that just looks realistic, man. Just
Yeah.
the lighting in this game, the face model.
Very
I mean,
good,
this
very
looks
good.
dead on. Like what sports game has better graphics than this right now? I don't see it. I've seen people in the comments say the game doesn't look good, and I'm like, you guys need get your eyes checked because this game looks amazing. There's a lot of things you can talk about the game.
It's like they could have released this game like, because I know that this is like, because this when this come out like a few days ago. The videos that I remember reacting to before, they could have released the game when it was looking like that, and it definitely would have been like one of the better like combat fighting games out. So yeah, and the fact that it's like they're still like working on it and stuff, that's how you know when this game comes out, it's gonna be a really good game. They're taking their time on it. They're not trying to rush it and stuff. And so I'm hoping like when this game does come out at the end of the year, like okay, like it's overall gonna be a good game. But who knows, man? Who knows? I'm hoping, man. I hope. Because I don't know how that game preview stuff is set up on Xbox. I wish they would release it on the game preview thing on Xbox too. But I don't know. I don't even think PlayStation, they don't have like no early act. Well, no, I think they did. Last one I remember, I think they did. But anyways,
punching could be faster, and again, like I'm pausing and slowing.
yeah, I'm
down.
like, I don't like that delayed stuff. When playing other fighting games, that was one thing. The reason why I had stopped playing Fight Night Champions recently, because it was just you'll be pressing the buttons and then he's like all delayed and crap, and so I'm like, I don't like that. I'm like, so I'm hoping that's a fix. I'm hoping they, EA, I ain't even freaking don't care about them. But yeah, I'm hoping, when this game does come out, like that is fixed.
It can be improved upon, right? But as far as the graphics, the look of these guys, like I can't imagine the better player models and just how accurate and all the a lot of the sweat and the lighting is in this one. But this is more about gameplay, and they're taking throwing some big hooks, lunging punches, side of the head, and he missed on that one. Nice exchanges. And you can see the kind of damage there on Joe Frazier's face. Got the bloody eye. So on to the presentation, and they're talking about, pause it here, quick fight. And they got a store, new fighters available. That's another thing that's been talked about a lot. DLC, you're gonna have a lot of fighters that are gonna be DLC.
Oh yeah.
Most are gonna come with the game, but they're gonna have some. Will be DLC guys. I think that's how they get that. Well, not I think that's definitely how they're getting a lot of guys to sign. They're saying, hey, you give a portion of the funds there, and we can sign you to the game. So I'm definitely not going to hate on that. I think that's a great business model. If that's how they're getting guys in the game that we want in the game, we want to see. There's still a lot of people, not a lot. There's some boxers that aren't in the game. If they're getting them in the game by doing that, by DLC, by doing this profit sharing, hey, I'm all for it. Like, you don't have to buy it. It's optional, But if you want to play with somebody who's probably not going to be in the game, or they might sign it as DLC.
YouTubers.
If you want to play with
that's
them,
going to be the
DLC.
DLC.
You don't care about that fighter?
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
Pretty simple. So they got continued career here
it's gonna be free.
and create. I've already kind of went through the creator boxer building out. I mean, that's just the graphics in this game are amazing, but the fact that you can create your own fighter and it almost looks as good as the scan guys, that's pretty amazing. So they have a news eSports League kicking off there, and then to the right, events Canelo fight there. So they got the choose existing boxer and the creator boxer. So they already have some pre-made guys, and then they have the different boxing federations, the WBC, World Boxing Organization, all that. On to Joe Joyce versus Joe Frazier. You see the tail of the tape here. WBC heavyweight title bout. You see the height and the weight and all that, and the reach, and typically what you would see prior to your game. We're just showing some presentation, and at the end they actually show a little cover. Is this the final cover? Not sure, but they do show early PC access in 2021. So
hopefully this don't become like it ain't no yearly game, and it's like, nah, like release this, focus on this. Then when you guys if or when you do come out with a part 2, and it's crazy to think that could be possible, that they could come out with a part 2 and stuff. And I'm like, this game's already looking good, so it's like, dang, like what more can you add to? I see where it's all like if they don't add it to this, it'll probably be like a street fighting like either DLC or that would be in part 2 or something. But who knows? We the first one hadn't even came out yet, so
later this
just
year
gotta
on
wait
Windows.
and see.
Of course, we're gonna have that, and then later on next gen and current gen
So early
console.
okay.
So
Dang,
people
man.
asking when's it coming out? It's coming out on PC later this year. We don't have an exact release date yet, but we will have that, and coming later on all the consoles. So if you guys don't have a PC now, run out there and get that PC if you want to play this game ahead of time, because that's when it's coming out first on early access. And then console folks will have to wait, but of course we're gonna have it on pretty much every platform.
Man.
We're definitely
support
the developers, support this game. I'm really excited about to bring boxing back to us, back to sports games. So definitely going to support those guys, and so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Really appreciate you guys staying around.
They're gonna be like YouTubers that don't sign up for the boxing events. They're all like, hey yo. Like, meet me on Boxing Club real quick. Meet me on Boxing Club, eSports Boxing Club. It's like, if you ain't there tonight, then, use a punk. And it's like, fam, what? Like, there you go. Like, do I gotta train for this? Like, what do I don't even play. What if, like, YouTuber doesn't even play the game? And it's like, they out there buying the game and stuff. That'd be funny, though. That would be funny. I'm willing, you know what? When that game does come out, I'm willing to challenge any YouTuber to an eSports Boxing Club fight. I'm like, all right, I'm calling out all my friends that plan on getting the game. But anyways, but no, jokes aside though, this game does look pretty good. I definitely am gonna get it when it does come out. I probably will end up getting it on PC because I feel like the laptop I have can't run certain games. So yeah, I definitely will get it. Like, when it does come out and stuff, I'll have to, keep an eye out for it. And I don't even know if they, hold on for a second, eSports Boxing Club. Let's see if they already got it on Steam, when it comes out on Steam. Yeah, I was looking at this on the 6th, I think. Oh, they just say coming soon. They don't even say when. So, yeah, but anyways, yeah, overall, I can't wait for this game to come out. So, but guys, make sure you go subscribe to Sports Gamers Online for more videos like this. I didn't even say that, I think, in the beginning of the video. My fault. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to me too, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.